first time this preseason, the Lakers actually looked solid on both offense and defense. The final score doesn't really matter, but yeah, it's nice they finally grabbed a win after losing the whole preseason. What really counts is how sharp they looked, their plays clicked, their defense held up, and their chemistry was obvious. Several players stepped up big time, showing exactly how they'll fit once the real games start. Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves, and especially Deandre Ayton all looked locked in. If they can keep this up, it's a sign the regular season might actually live up to the hype, something many fans weren't expecting at all. People were overreacting to him averaging just 4 points per game in the first 2 preseason matchups, which honestly didn't mean much. He was playing without Luka Doncic, LeBron James, or even Austin Reeves in one of those games, and barely got any real scoring chances near the rim. But now that he's more involved in the offense, he's finally showing what he brings to the table, especially his versatility on both ends. Defensively, he was impressive last night. Switching smoothly, staying quick on his feet, guarding the perimeter when needed, recovering inside, and doing all the little things that make a defense work when he's locked in. Offensively, his mid-range game really stood out. That smooth pick and pop around the free throw line showed he's got more skill than people have been giving him credit for. He showed all of that last night, the floater, the soft touch near the rim, even some solid low-post scoring. They might not need that much from him usually, but with Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and a limited Austin Reeves all out, he proved he can still boost their offense. Honestly, those first 2 games didn't really show what he's capable of. He seemed too passive, almost like he was trying to prove he didn't care about scoring and just wanted to focus on defense to win fans over. But last night, totally different story. I'm sure the coaches told him to attack more. And with no Luka or LeBron controlling the ball, he had the freedom to be aggressive. Plus, a few more teammates actually got in the ball in good spots. He definitely took full advantage of it right from the start. In the first quarter, Ayton was being guarded by Quinton Post. I always mix him up and call him Brandon for some reason, and he immediately got great position near the rim. Vanderbilt fed him the ball, and Ayton went to work fast, throwing a couple of shoulder bumps to carve out space, then nailing a smooth 10-foot fadeaway that bounced in perfectly. He kept showing that same skill all game, soft touch in the post, quick fadeaways, and solid pick-and-roll work. Whether it was running plays with Gabe Vincent or Austin Reeves, or even dishing the ball back out after drawing attention, he looked confident and in total control of the offense last night. Take this play, for example, still in the first quarter, just a few possessions later. Ayton runs a smooth pick-and-roll with Austin Reeves, who hits him perfectly on the roll to the rim. As soon as Ayton catches the pass, both Quinton Post and Jonathan Kuminga collapse on him, leaving someone wide open. Ayton instantly turns and finds Rui Hachimura, who drills an easy 3. We'll probably see a lot more of that this season. Defenders aren't going to cheat off guys like LeBron, Luka Doncic, or Austin Reeves, but they'll take their chances, leaving Hachimura open, and that's where he'll make them pay. With Ayton drawing multiple defenders after a pick and roll, he can easily kick it out for open 3s like that all season long. That same playmaking chemistry worked both ways, like Hachimura showed on the very next possession. Once again, Reeves and Deandre Ayton ran a pick and roll, and Jonathan Kuminga helped off too much, leaving Hachimura open on the wing. But when Kuminga recovered fast, Rui drove straight to the rim, forcing Quinton Post to rotate over. Ayton smartly held a spot, giving Rui a clear lane. Then, as Post committed to help, Hachimura dished it to Ayton at the free throw line. Ayton could have taken his usual mid-range jumper, something he's great at, but instead attacked the paint and dropped in a smooth floater. Plays like that show exactly how their offense can function: quick reads, smart movement, and both guys feeding off each other's strengths perfectly. Their offense works smoothly without even running anything too complicated. We're just talking about a couple of high pick and rolls in a simple 5-out setup, nothing fancy, barely any off-ball movement. But the attention Austin Reeves draws as the ball handler, combined with the focus Ayton commands inside, opens up tons of space. Like in this play, Hachimura drives, pulls in both his defender and the help defender, then drops it off to a wide-open Ayton at the rim. That kind of free-flowing action fits perfectly into their offense and gives them real versatility with Ayton involved. Still, even though those plays turned out great, there's clearly some room for Ayton to sharpen a few things and take his game to the next level. That issue shows up with the initial screen he sets, going back to that first high pick and roll with Austin Reeves. He didn't really set a solid screen there, which has been a long-time weakness for him. It's not that he can't do it. He just doesn't always seem fully locked in when setting those picks, and it showed again, even if only briefly. That's an area he's got to improve, especially when running plays with Reeves, Luka Doncic, or LeBron James. If he wants to open up driving lanes for them, he has to commit to setting stronger, cleaner screens, which will help him too, since it'll create better chances for easy lobs and finishes. Still, I really liked how he worked within those high pick and rolls overall. That's clearly going to be his bread and butter this season, especially when running them with stars like Luka, LeBron, and Austin. He'll keep running those high pick and rolls all game and all season with guys like Luka, LeBron, and Austin, but that's not the only way they'll use him. He's also a key part of their set plays, especially as a screener around the free throw line. Like on this possession out of a horn set, Ayton sets a double screen. First for Austin Reeves, who hands the ball off to Dalton Connect, and then for Connect himself as he cuts to the strong side. From there, Ayton actually has a few choices. He could have pulled up for a three since he had a small opening, but instead held the ball while Quinton Post dropped back in coverage and Draymond Green stepped up to help. That left him the option to kick it to Hachimura for a possible three, or wait to see if Draymond would fully commit, since Post wasn't doing much to pressure him either. Since Quinton Post wouldn't step up, Ayton calmly pulled up for a mid-range jumper, not a three-pointer, but still perfect for punishing drop coverage. That shot gives their offense another weapon, and if he keeps hitting it like this all season, defenses are going to have a real problem. On the other end, I liked what Ayton showed defensively, too. Sure, he had 2 steals and a block, but it was more about the effort, his focus, his quick feet, and how well he switched onto smaller players. That kind of commitment really stood out. If he can keep that same energy, he's going to be a major factor on defense as well, not just offense. He even talked about that after the game, emphasizing how much he's buying into both ends of the floor this year. He talked about wanting to become the team's defensive anchor and fully embracing the challenge that JJ Redick threw his way. Ayton said he's taking that personally, that he wants to be the guy setting the tone on defense, protecting the rim, and holding everyone accountable. Here's a quick clip of what he said after the game about that.
You offensively 6 for 8 from the field, but I know the coaching staff's been excited about the way you're moving your feet defensively. What's the focus been there for you, and how did that play out tonight?
Yeah, just really changing the narrative of protecting the rim on the defensive end. JJ's really put on emphasis that he wants his bigs protecting the rim. So I'm just trying to be a big part of that, man, to let the world know in the league know that I'm the Lakers center and I'm the anchor of the defense.
Overall, Ayton has been saying and doing all the right things, and it's honestly made me believe in him a lot more. Sure, it's just preseason. The games don't count and the competition isn't top tier yet, but he's been impressive. I like what he's shown so far. He's living up to expectations and seems locked in mentally. Hopefully, all this progress carries over into the regular season, which is only about a week away. But what do you guys think? How did you feel about Deandre Ayton's game last night? What stood out to you the most during this preseason run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for this one. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you don't miss future uploads. As always, thanks for watching, and have an awesome day or night. Music.